one thing that I've learned, and it's hit me because I didn't really have it in my college playing experience was a relationship with the players. Um, that we're big on that at Tulsa, and it's for better and for worse. There's good and bad with that, you know.
Yep.
Um, but these coaches, these kids will come in and sit in these coaches' offices and actually talk, not just hey grades, lifting, homework, that kind of stuff. It's they really know each other, they know each other's families, all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, I don't think you should share everything that's going on with your spouse to your players. So there's some boundaries and stuff, but really, really caring for them is something that I've seen our staff do. And our staff for the most part is younger guys, you know,
Yep.
younger than 50, younger than 40, and that's always been their mo is just caring for them. And I've also learned that there's more than one way to do it and still be successful. It may not be something I agree with because you know as a GA I know it all, right? I know everything.
Yeah.
So
Oh, of course.
something I might disagree with, it's irrelevant because there's different ways to skin a cat. And that's something I've learned a lot too. And to be open minded and be able to talk about things and talk about ideas and just say, hey, sometimes and I'll be honest, they kind of I have a decent voice here as GAs go, you know, because Coach Gillespie lets me kind of speak and he'll ask my opinion on stuff, which is awesome. It kind of, you know, one morning when you're kind of feeling down, the DC asks you your opinion on something. It kind of perks you up for the rest of the day. It kind of makes you feel better. So they do a really good job of including everybody's voice. Obviously, some voices are weightier than others, but I get treated really well here at Tulsa, get taken care of too, because you hear all the horror stories of other GA spots, and I thankfully I haven't had any of those. I get treated really well here.
Yep. For sure. No, but I think the whole relationship aspect of it, that's like I think it goes back to. I mean, I hope you realize this now, but it goes back to one of the stories you talked about with Coach Witten, how he recruited you in that, and when you were at UTEP, and then when you got there, he invited you over to his house. That was one of Coach Witten's best things. He's a player's coach,
Yep.
loves his guys and puts his guys first, and it's the best thing Coach Rolo does here at Washington State. It's all about our guys, and that's I think a lot of times in football, especially as coaches nowadays, there's so much money involved and different things, but we got to understand why we got into this. First, we love the game. The X's and O's are awesome, but I tell people all the time I couldn't coach unless I had the players. The X's and
Yeah.
O's are boring after a while. I want to get to know my guys, and I take my role as a leader, whether you're a GA, whatever role you're in, I take that very highly of being a role model. And because you don't know, you never know who's watching you, how you react to every situation. Like I still remember how my coaches reacted in high school, going back to college. Like I know how they react to certain situations, and
Yeah.
you can have the biggest impact on kids for 75 years by being real, teaching them life lessons outside of game of football.
Yep.
Um, and I think that's awesome that you get to learn that from your staff. And like you said, we all think we have the answers until we get put in that situation, and we never, and then we might, fall back on what we know, what we've learned.
Yep.
There's always different ways to do it. We
Yep.
find new and creative ways to teach and impact our guys. I think that's what makes this profession awesome because in the end, we're teachers and we got to teach them not always about football. So we'll teach them football. That's what we do well, but teaching them about life.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome. I'm fired up that you're there. So
Well, and when I first got there, and you know my personality, like when I don't know you, I can be a little standoffish, and that's when got there early on. You know, I was too busy worried trying to learn the defense and trying to learn how to break down film on Exos. I've never done it. It's always been huddle, and even at Tarleton, I didn't do it that much.
yeah,
I was learning all the computer stuff, being the tech guy, all this and that. It took me a while to really get to know everybody's name, and I'm terrible with names to begin with. And of course I had to take care of the defense first, and just being around them. Offense, I'm still learning those guys' names on some ends of it, but it was awesome when I finally because I started developing a couple good relationships with a couple safeties, and it'd always be cool when they'd come in my office and we're just talking about whatever. It's not even football related, but they just come in. And the fact that they're comfortable enough to come sit down with me while I'm doing some kind of task, it's pretty rewarding, and it's something simple. It's a 10-15 minute conversation, But 2 years ago, they wouldn't be doing that. They'd just be walking by saying, "What's up?" Now they're coming in and sitting down and want to talk. So that's rewarding in and of itself.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, just wait till you get married and you have kids. I mean, for all the time we put into this, and not sleeping a lot and all that stuff, when you get to involve your wife and bring them over to your house, have time with them, I'm telling you, it's the best part of this profession. In my games and everything, winning is awesome, but still being able to call, I'm still young, but being able to call guys I coached 5 years ago and see where they're at and just talking to them and just reminiscing, it's one of my favorite things. And seeing them succeed and we're, chasing their dreams while I'm still chasing mine. Like it's awesome. And it's why we do what we do. And I think as coaches, we can't lose sight of that, because that's what, at least that's why I got into this, because I just loved it. And I loved getting to know guys. And the best thing for you is being able to coach. I know you get to help with special teams more. You get to know everybody.
Yep.
You need to know everybody on your team, because you got to figure out where they're going to fit within your unit. And that's what special teams, in my opinion, so special, because I know literally everybody on our team, because I have to. That'll help you for sure right there as well. So.
Well, it's funny. We were having a conversation before our spring ball practice yesterday. Our DC kind of got down to the roots of it, of why do you play the game? And essentially everyone's answer was because it was fun growing up. And I think that's
watching the video. If you do like the clips, the full length of the podcast is going to be down below. We do post these clips weekly, and we do post podcasts weekly every Friday.
Yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Also give us a 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Make sure to subscribe on those as well, and stay up to date for weekly content. We're going to be posting weekly podcasts and other content. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy Sherman Opinionated, and we're out. Peace.